Only days after her husband's funeral, new Saints owner Gayle Benson was back to work at her new job, exactly the way Tom Benson would have wanted it.
He would have wanted me to be at these meetings, as difficult as it's been, because we just buried him on Friday, but it's still, I'm comforted to know that he's happy and he wants us to move on and move forward. He wouldn't have wanted us to stay home.
NFL owners' meetings are nothing new for Gayle Benson, but this is the first one without her husband, Tom. But you see, this week in Orlando, she feels like Tom Benson is with her. Over the years, he's given her a lot of confidence that she can handle this position.
He just told me to pay attention, and he always thought I was smart, which I doubted that, but that's okay. He thought that I'd be fine. He always told me that I would be good in this role. And it's a little humbling to hear somebody of his power to say that, but I'm very happy to continue his legacy.
Gayle Benson is now one of 4 female owners in the NFL. She says she is ready to make the tough decisions, wasn't a big football fan before she met her husband, and doesn't have any hobbies. Work is her passion, and when it comes to the Saints, don't expect any changes.
I really don't want to change anything that my husband did. I feel like he had a phenomenal footprint that he left, and I want to keep it just as it is, because I think it was perfect.
Benson appreciates all the support she has received from Saints head coach Sean Payton and general manager Mickey Loomis. Replacing her husband is a big challenge, as he touched so many around the NFL, like former Saints director of player personnel Ryan Pace, who is now the general manager of the Chicago Bears.
I wouldn't be where I am today without the opportunity he gave me, and I know that applies to a lot of staff and a lot of coaches, so I'm forever thankful for that.
Pace wasn't alone. Several owners have reached out to Gayle with their condolences, letting her know they're only a phone call away. Many around the league have respected what her husband did for the Saints, like Rich McKay, who has battled New Orleans the past 24 years, working for both the Bucs and the Falcons.
I'd see him, every meeting we had. He'd sit up front and he'd run the finance committee. He knew the ins and outs of our game and our finances, and was very well respected. Not only was Mr. Benson a nice guy, Mr. Benson was a smart guy, and to me, as important as anything, he was just very impactful to a lot of people.
Quite a legacy Tom Benson left behind for the Saints' new owner, who is ready to look ahead, but looks back at the past week with much appreciation, the way New Orleans said goodbye to her husband.
I am so grateful and so humbled that they were all there to see my husband. It was so nice.
An emotional goodbye for sure, but for Gayle Benson, it's clear her support system is strong. In Orlando, at the NFL owners' meetings, Mike Neighbors for CST.